Good morning. Good morning. As you get here, I make sure that you say hello. I'm going in and hitting live in all the little places. So bear with me just a moment. There we go. And then let me hit live over here. Beautiful. All right. So good morning. Good morning. Nope. All right, so now let me go live over here. So hold on just a second. You're kind of getting used to this process, I believe. I'm getting a little used to it now. Where the heck is it at? Oh, here we go. Where the heck is it at? Oh, here we go. All right. Beautiful. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning. Oh, the Wendy's are both here this morning, or two of them anyway. All right, let me get this set up over here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And it's always interesting the things that happen in the mornings, but it's like I don't know what it is, but I just woke up this morning. I woke up way before the clock went off, feeling amazing, went ahead and got up, did my workout, and it was like, well, thank you, God. I mean, it was such a flow that it just felt amazing. I just have to say. So I hope that you have woken up this morning with this amazing flow too. Boy, you should see the storm here. I love the rain. Ooh, so you're getting some storms there, and in Miami, aren't you? You're in Miami, if I'm remembering right. I know you're at the beach, and I will say, although sometimes when you're on vacation, it's like, I don't like to have part of my vacation time taken up with, rain. But man, is it beautiful to see on the ocean and to watch the rain hitting the water and the way everything reacts. And, I love the water. I love the water. So good morning, Carrie. Good morning. And so it's amazing to me. And one of the best 4th of July celebrations I had was in where was I at? In Clearwater. I was in Clearwater, and we were out on the at the beach, and we were watching the fireworks over the ocean, and it was just gorgeous the way it reflected on the water. And so I feel that way about storms too, because when the lightning goes, you can see. I don't know. Put me by some water, and I'm happy, right? It's so dark. Oh, well, we had storms not too long ago, and I'm wondering, are those headed this way? I don't know, but it's a beautiful day here today. All right, so I haven't put my affirmation and journal prompt in the queue here, so let me do that. All right, so hold on a second. I'm gonna share. It takes me a minute, All right, so one of the title of this, I don't know if you even see the title when I create one, but it's I believe, and then the 3 dots. Of course, the dots mean there's something else coming. And I know that I see it all the time on Instagram and TikTok, making fun of people that are older for using the 3 dots, but they don't even know what the hell it's supposed to mean, I don't believe. They just think we're stupid. I don't know. But there is a purpose for it. There is a reason. It means something. And so it means there's a thought coming after that. And so I'm wondering, when you see the phrase, I believe, what do you think comes after I believe? I'm just wondering. what you guys think. Because this morning I was just sitting and I was thinking as I was getting ready, I'm putting my makeup on and everything, and I'm thinking, what do I believe? And don't ask me why, that just pops in my head. But um, and there's so much that is beautiful. I see that. But have you seen, Wendy, have you seen all those little things where they talk about old people putting the dot, dot, dots? Every time I just laugh because I think, well, did they not teach that in school or anything anymore? Probably not. You are too funny, Wendy. I believe the rain is magical. Ooh, I like that one too. Oh, so what say the rest of you? What comes after I believe? Just took pics from my balcony. Ooh. I use it a lot too. I do too. I do too. I don't, Wendy McDowell, I don't even know how old you are, but you're definitely not as old as I am. So I've been using them a long time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the affirmation, which is what popped in my head this morning. And it's coming from so many different places. And before I do, I want to make sure that Wendy Unger, that you see, we did change the workshop with about your communication style. We did change it. So, and we appreciate you bringing that to my attention. And it's funny, you're 75 years young. Okay. Well, I'll be 65 in September. So you're not far from me. All right. So our affirmation today is, hold on. Let me put it up for you guys to see. I believe in the power of love. And that was flowing to me this morning. And the thing is that love is not only, when I say that, it's not just the romantic relationships, it's the love of yourself, the love of God, the love of spirit, the love for others. There's so many places that love are, every place in our life, love is a factor. And we can love the process. We can love, like we've talked recently about looking at the things, the challenges and things that have shown up in our life as something that puts us toward what we want, right? So it's even, the power of love is loving those things in some way and bringing more wonderful things to love, not necessarily the challenges, but hell, you remember the challenges are set there to create strength. And not only does it create strength in us, sometimes it's just to make us say, okay, I don't like that anymore. I want this. And so it helps to give us the power of discernment, the power of noticing what we want and what we don't want, right? And it's like you don't recognize that it's light unless you notice that there is a darkness. And so we want to be able to, like, if we see the darkness, we want to be able to turn on the light, but we don't know that that's a possibility unless we move into that space, right? And so the fact that something may have happened in your past actually just gives you this ability to decide, do I want it to be different now? And that happens to me a lot of times. It's like I get to a place and it's like, oh, this doesn't feel good. I don't like this in my life. And that's when I am able to make the decision to do something different. How can I change it? Who do I need to talk to? Where do I need to go? And I can sit in prayer. I can do all these things and get kind of it's like you get propelled to talk to someone or do something, and then the right people will come in your path to help you make that change, right? It's a beautiful thing. So when you look at the affirmation, I believe in the power of love, does that feel good to have that belief and to say that belief out loud and to yourself? And what does love mean to you? Is it just the romantic partner, or can you see how amazing it is when you can love yourself and be so kind to yourself and say loving things to yourself, say loving things to your body. And we've talked before about the Emoto water experiment, right? And how the power of words can change water, right? And oh, beautiful. Thank you, Wendy. Absolutely. Self-love is the most important. Yes, Carrie. And so it's like, by having this loving experience with yourself, then you're changing your body. And I like to say, to think, we have trillions of cells in our body, right? I like to think that when we are giving love to ourselves and we're expressing love, we're speaking love, we're acting, because it's not just a speak thing, it's an act. It's like, what is the thing that it's like, what is the phrase? Heck, what is it? Actions speak louder than words, right? So we can be saying we love ourselves all day long, but if we're not acting in that way, then it's not congruent. So we're acting and feeling and being loving to ourselves. And I have this visual in my mind, and I may have shared this before. I don't remember if I've shared it here or not. But I envision, do you remember the old Pac-Man machines? Some of you may, some of you may not. But I think of our cells as the little Pac-Man things, but I think of them smiling. Each one of them has a smile on their face. But as we're loving ourselves and everything, they're floating through our body and doing all the things. But when it comes up to something that is not good in our bodies, maybe it's the beginning of a disease or the beginning of some kind of something that's not supposed to be there, it becomes the little Pac-Man and it starts eating away at it and eliminating out of your life. Because the love of you and the love of God and all of that together creates a magnificent body, right? And our body's our temple. So I like to look at it that way. And I've even done visualizations before with people where it would be visualizing the actual Pac-Man going and taking away some things that are not right in your body, or the things that don't serve you in your body, that don't feel good in your body. And I referred the other day to the fact that my hip was hurting was because of feeling like I couldn't move forward, or I couldn't make the movements that I wanted to in life, right? And so as you create the space to move to do that, then the hip gets better. And mine's getting better. And it's not just that, because I am doing some exercises for it too. But it's a mindset thing, a big mindset thing. And let's see. I encourage my husband to do Superman exercises in front of the mirror. Oh, yes. One of my clients, one of the things that she was always feeling kind of, she felt a little bit down, and she felt like everything was out of her control. And so I used to have her do Wonder Woman poses. So she would stand in front of the mirror and she would do her Wonder Woman pose, and it really makes a difference. And so I like to think, as you're walking through any doorway, I don't care whether it's your bedroom, it's an office, it's going into a grocery store, whatever it is, that's your trigger, to where that's when you stand up and you take that power pose of being confident, being loving and supportive of your body and standing up straight and holding it in that powerful stance. We've talked before about how, we can, if we're people watching, we can see who feels good about themselves, who has money or feels like they are in the perfect place, right? You can tell with their posture. And so when you're loving yourself in that way, you just have that posture of, oh yeah, here I am, here I am. I love me. And what's there not to love, right? And so that is my thing today, is to give you that little nudge, that wink. Oh, I can't wink. I really try hard, but it doesn't work. Sometimes by accident I'll wink, but wink, wink, nod, nod. You're powerful. You're loving. You're amazing. Walk through life today as the amazing person you are, believing in the power of love. And it's the love of you is where it starts. But then when you love yourself and you change that vibration around you of love, the love vibrates around you, and people will start feeling better just being in your presence. It doesn't matter if they don't even understand why. You get close to someone and you start breathing in love, they'll start smiling. They will start feeling better, even if they don't reflect it in their facial expression. Because sometimes their face gets the notice last, right? And that's just the way it is. But that's okay. We're all individuals, and we can emit whatever energy we want to. And I choose love today, right? So decide. If you believe in the power of love, just have that emit from you with every interaction you have, every time you pass a mirror, every time you go through a doorway. What say you? Are you ready for that? Let's see if I got anybody over here. And just so I don't, so I remember, if you're watching from another place besides the Stand Up and Stand Out community, the Facebook group that we are actually coming from, then if I don't acknowledge you, it's not because I don't care. It's because I can't see you the way that things have started having to be done with all these streaming services. However, I'm super excited that you're here. And if you are not part of the Stand Up and Stand Out community, you can become a member by just going to VickyPoole.com. That's VICKIEPOOLE.com. And you'll be prompted with some questions. And when you answer those questions, you'll be entered right into the group. And I'm telling you, it's a powerful place to be. And we've got some amazing things coming up on Friday, the 14th, this Friday at 6 p.m. We've got Wendy in the house. She's going to be talking about communication and how you can communicate before you even fall in love. And I know that's not the real title, but I forgot what it is. I didn't write it down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I got it over here. The relationship hacks you must know before you fall in love. And it's going to be off the chain and powerful. And I'm so looking forward to it, because this is something that I want to know too. And so make sure that, yes. So make sure that, if you haven't already, that you go in and into the events section and you say that you're going to be there. And if you know somebody that would benefit from being in this, make sure that you let them know as well. One of my favorite parts of Grey's Anatomy is, hold on, let me switch it over here so I'm not looking down. One of my favorite parts of Grey's Anatomy was Amelia doing Wonder Woman exercises for surgery every time to get her psyched. Yes, yes. It's an amazing thing. It's um, my client, when I first told her about it, she kind of looked at me like, "What?" And then she said, I think that feels good. And so when I would see her before we'd even start working together, she'd take her Wonder Woman pose. It was beautiful. I loved it. And so, we talked not too long ago about what our superhero name would be and what would be our superpowers. And so we can go back to that too. What is your superhero name, and what are your superpowers, and take the stance that goes with that, right? And just do that as you're thinking of the power of love, right? All right, so now let's get to our journal prompt. What are some ways I can let the power of love guide my actions and interactions today? And so I've already talked a little bit about that. And so let me ask you, so as you're going through your day today, what are some ways that you can let the power of love guide your actions and your interactions today? Do you have any ideas of what you can do? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Oh, yeah. One of the things that I'm doing today is that before each interaction with any client or any person, I'm going to drop into this powerful place of love of myself, and on purpose make sure that my vibration is exactly there so that it goes out around me and encompasses love into the people that I'm around. And one of the things that I do for people in my life that I may not see or be around is I will spend some time sending them love and light. And I'll just put my hands on my heart and I will visualize or imagine them in front of me, or I'll imagine a picture of them from when I knew them, or when I was in their proximity. I have a granddaughter that's a very long story. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm all the time doing that for her and just sending her love and light. And I feel like even though I don't see her, that for it feels good to think that the moment I do that, wherever she is, whatever's going on, she'll suddenly feel lighter and happier, and she doesn't even know why. And but she does. And so that's how I like to feel and move through about it. So I don't know if that's anything that helps anybody, but hopefully it is. Because we all, well, I can't say all, but a lot of people have people in their lives, or people that have been in their past that maybe they still care about, but they're not around physically, they're somewhere else. And it doesn't mean that you can't send them love and light and affect them, because you can. And just like when we talked about the monks being able to meditate and change the violence in a certain area, if that's powerful too, right? But you have amazing power. It's just like if you've ever sat down and had a conversation about someone, and then suddenly that person calls and you haven't heard from them in it forever. It's because you're connecting. And so when we do this, where we purposely see them in our mind and we send them love and light and blessings and prayers, it affects them. And they probably have no idea that it's coming from you, and that's okay. I think when we can be a blessing for someone and we're not looking for recognition for it, that makes it even more powerful, because I don't really care if I'm sending that to anybody and they don't know it's me. It's okay as long as they feel it, right? And so I love to just imagine in my mind, as I do that, that they suddenly smile and feel good. All right. So this thing is kind of a little bit slower today. All right. Acts of random kindness. Yes, Carrie, that's right. And it's beautiful when you just do it because you want to be kind. You're not doing it. What is it that Jesus says in the Bible? Not letting the left hand know what the right hand is doing, or whatever it is. And that refers to it too. It's like you're not doing something because you want somebody to say, "Whoa, look at you." You're doing it because it feels good to do, right? And you want to affect someone else. All right. So, is everybody, whether you're watching here live or you're watching the replay, are you ready to do your, what did you say it was? Random acts of kindness. And are you ready to embrace loving yourself and emitting that love out around you, or maybe just sending love to someone? Because love is such a powerful, powerful vibration. And there's gosh, I wish I could remember what her name is. Oh, there's a woman that does amazing work. Thank you, Wendy. That does amazing work. And I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I got introduced to her because I used to be a Mind Valley member, and she did a lot of things, but she had a Christy or Christine something. But she had um, this program that you went through. It was called Love or Above. And so you did things to vibrate at love or even higher, and to affect your life and to affect others. And it's been years. I wonder if I even still have that. Maybe I do. Maybe I'll need to go back and look now that it's been brought up to my attention, right? So today, whether you want to make it more than today, it wouldn't hurt you. It wouldn't hurt the people around you to drop into love or above every single day, and to embrace loving yourself and giving yourself the kindness, the joy, the peace, the excitement of being you, right? So, all right, so let's go back to the affirmation really quick. The affirmation is, I believe in the power of love. Make sure you put that on your sticky note, your index card. I have an aunt who's 103, and I've been trying to give her a lot of attention. God bless her. She was 100%. Oh, all right. Beautiful. 103. Wow. That's amazing. I hope she is cognitive and able to move and do all that stuff, because there's some powerful things about the number 103, right? And to me, I want to live as long as possible and still have my faculties about me and be able to move my body. And because that is amazing. And that's my goal for myself. So thank you for sharing that, Wendy. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, good, 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 good. So remember your affirmation. I believe in the power of love. Put it on your sticky notes, your index cards, your screensaver, your phone, your computer, your mirror, anywhere you can put it, because this is powerful. Because who you are, what you believe, right? And so start really looking at, what do I believe? And making sure that it's a belief that you want to have, that it's not something that somebody told you at some point that then you adopted. Make sure it's your belief. And if you can believe in the power of love, beautiful. All right. So then you're going to take your journal or your notebook, you're going to put the date on it, you're going to put the affirmation in the journal prompt, and then just get into a place of calm, quiet mind, and just brain dump as much as you can about everything about this. It's not even just about what are some ways I can let the power of love guide my actions and interactions today. How can I let that be what guides my actions and my interactions every day? How can I do that? How is that possible? What can I do in my life to make that my new normal, right? And just put whatever comes up. And you're going to really, like I say all the time, you're going to be so surprised when you come back later and you look at that and you say, wow, look at where I was. Look at how that changed me. Look at how I am today. And because all of this is for a purpose, it's to bring you to your brilliance, to bring you to where you're the shining beacon of light for yourself and for others. Because it's that ripple effect. Remember, we've tossed the pebble in the pond and it just ripples out, right? And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what you do every single day. You make some kind of change, you ripple out into the world with your vibration and you change things, even if you can't see it. So let's do that with purpose. So you ready? Ooh, I'm so ready for a day filled with love. And I love all of you guys because by being here with you and doing all of this, you know what it feels like to me? It feels like the impossible becomes possible. Have a totally loving and beautiful day. Yes, thank you, Wendy. And enjoy that rain. There's nothing that's more relaxing to me. Well, I can't say that. I love listening to the rain, but I love listening to the ocean and sea, and you've got them both. You are doubly blessed today. You're probably triply and quadruply blessed. So remember, the impossible becomes possible. That is so delicious. The impossible becomes possible. I just like to breathe into that, all right? So you have a totally loving and beautiful day, just like Wendy said. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being part of my world and allowing me to be part of yours. I know you are incredibly blessed. We all are. And part of that blessing is having this community and being with you guys. So just a reminder, tomorrow I will be here once again, 9 a.m. Eastern, and make sure you're going into the events section in the group and you're saying where, if you're going to be there, and then you should be getting some emails there. I'm still having a little bit of a wonky thing going on with the emails, but let's hope it's working, that have the links for you to sign up for the masterclass on Monday. But remember, Monday, the masterclass is 7 p.m. But this Friday is when Wendy's going to be talking to us about communication and the things that will help us to have a much better relationship when we get in one. And if we are in one, then it'll help you with your communication with that. Even with your communication with your children, with your boss. So somebody in your life you have to communicate with, right? And so it'll be there. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Thank you, Wendy. All right. So have an exceptional day filled with love. And I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. Mwah. Love you guys.